My Soulmate's a Slime by admay 1926 conceived heir, Shedding Tree. Talia was keen on hitting Maeva at least once. Back when she was still living at Alvarez with them, she never once beaten her in all of their duels and was always backed at the corner. It is true that Igniel had bestowed upon her the entity of an ice dragon, but Maeva is a wizard by blood. She doesn't have a grudge against her best friend or any of the Dragneel sisters. She just wants to prove that she has grown stronger and alleviate their worries of her. Now that she is soulmated, she's hoping she's able to convey that. The whole arena floor is now covered in solid ice, as she's hot in pursuit after Maeva, who only evaded but not countered. What is she doing? Why is she not attacking back? Urza Kiri's wondering why the Empress is just docking and dodging, not fighting back. Something is wrong. There is something wrong. I can feel it. That is why my sister's only dodging, Natsuse having catched on Maeva's wavering scent. I feel it too. But I can't quite figure it out yet. Maya agrees, standing up with a gasp when Maeva's wings was almost hit by Talia's ice. What? If something is wrong, shouldn't the match stop? Gray asks, now getting worried. We can't just stop it like this. Everyone's watching. Zarif's reply had them worry even more. But Ni-chan. I know Natsu, but trust me, your twin can handle this. Amidst the growing tension, Noir and Maya exchanged worried glances while Rimuru just stayed silent. He's the first one to have felt it the moment Maeva transformed into her phoenix form. Her strong scent, her increase in attack power. But Zarif's right as well. The other nations spying on them might ridicule and think of Tempest as an easy target as long as they can get their hands on Maeva. As if he'd allow them to think of that. Just a bit more. He'll intervene if needed, but not at the moment. Moreover, Raphael is with his wife, so that's kind of a relief. When Talia opened her dragon mouth and tried directing her attack on Maeva, the Tempest Empress swirled and evaded before promptly diving down and melting the ice covering the Colosseum floor. Talia followed, but Maeva made a quick turn and flew above her, spreading her wings in the air, and fired her first attack. Only it wasn't her usual sky-bluish flame that came out, but rather the black flame of Rimuru, paired with his lighting. Maeva was shocked, not understanding why she couldn't control her attack power. It was boiling inside of her so much and wanted to come out. No. What is happening? Talia was hit directly and she let out a pained grunt, shifting back into her human form in the air and dropping back down rapidly. Seeing that, Maeva suppressed the power, wanting to let loose and swoop down, catching her best friend on her back. She then carefully laid the unconscious Talia on the floor before flying back up on the sky, not even waiting till she's declared as the winner. There is no time. She worried everyone when she disappeared on the clouds, her fiery wings giving direction to where she is going. Rimuru quickly stood up. Noir, Maya, take over. Sue, transport guards to the forest right away. Seal the perimeter where the Empress is headed. Understood, Rimuru-sama. Soewi bows and vanishes as Rimuru turned to Zarif and Mavis, who's undoubtedly so worried. Ni-san, Ne-chan, may I please ask the both of you to calm our guests on my behalf? Zarif nods at him. Of course. Go and check on your wife. With that, Rimuru teleported to the part of the forest where she felt Maeva land. To his shock, Maeva blasted a huge fireball in the direction of the forest where she sensed is clear of animals and people. With a quick leap, Rimuru ordered his Devourer skill to consume his own black fire used by the Empress, and it did so, avoiding forest burn from occurring. Only then did Maeva shift back into her human form and was about to drop down in her unconscious estate, if not for the fast actions of her husband. The Emperor catched her just in time before lifting her in his arms, only to suddenly feel something shift within him. His heartbeat and pulse accelerated like he just ran kilometers of marathon. What the? He almost dropped Maeva. Raphael, what is happening to us? You better explain, he asked his skill and transported them to their shared bedroom. Laying his wife down, he covered her with the blanket and sat down on the bed, worried and with a bit of fear. Raphael. I am here, Master. And I have fully analyzed why Empress Maeva has this changes in her. Hang on. Is Raphael not sure on how to break whatever she had found out to him? She seemed nervous for some reason. Hey Raphael-sensei, it's all right. I won't get mad or anything like that, okay. So, tell me, what do I need to know? Silence. I am sorry, Master. I was just overwhelmed. And I suggest you brace yourself for this. Rimaru's brows furrowed at that. Even with the most difficult and hard situations they have overcome in the past, Raphael never told him to brace himself. What changed? Seems like this is the most difficult to tackle, I will. His answer was resolute. Whatever it is that he needed to know, and Raphael hesitating to tell him, it's something that could change history of Tempest for sure. Master, Empress Maeva is with child. She's 2 weeks in. Rimuru felt like a bomb just exploded on his face at the news. His ears didn't just deceive him, right? Him? Her? Becoming parents to a baby? His baby? Never in his life had he seen this coming. Or maybe he did. Back when he was human, but he turned 37 and nothing happened on his dating life. He got stabbed, got reincarnated, and the rest was history. Oh man. This is real. Master. Rimuru snapped out of his daze upon Raphael's call. Why is it that he tends to be lost in thought in times he needed to focus? On the other hand though, this is a big news. Does anyone really think he'll take this news all calm and collected? Or better yet, jumping on his feet? Nah. I heard you, Raphael. So, I'll be a father in 9 months. Affirmative. Is that why Maeva got out of control? Because our baby inherited my powers? Yes, Master. Since this is your child, it's a given that they'll inherit your skills, but the problem is, they couldn't control it yet. That is why I used your magicules to wrap it around Empress Maeva's middle. It settled the magicules within the baby too, but was triggered when the Empress changed into her phoenix form. Rimuru sighed. No wonder his wife had been acting strange that even she couldn't understand. 'Cause this is the reality now. Tempest's heir is conceived. A smile graced his lips as he turned to his slumbering wife. He just watched her for a while before his gaze dragged down to her abdomen. His baby is in there. The Tempest Emperor then placed his hand on Maeva's abdomen and the onslaught of magicules quickly settled. He could feel it. The warmth and the new love blooming in his heart. You are too young to be holding such powers, my little one. I am sorry, I haven't noticed sooner. You must have been startled and afraid, right? I apologize for that. But rest assured, your papa and mama will always be here for you, so just be snuggly in there, alright? He focused the flow of his magicules and directed it to the tiny bean. Raphael, what's the Aethernono percentage on my little heir? 40%. So my magicules got 60%. That's to be expected. Proceed to convergence method. This will settle down the clash and Maeva won't get out of control again. Understood. Proceeding convergence. Done. Ultimate skills gained. Seal skills till the child's coming of age? Rimuru thought for a moment. No, that would be too long. Seal it till age 10. My child's safe enough to use it then, correct? Affirmative. Thank you, Raphael. By the way, what powers of Maeva has our baby inherited? Apparently, the gemstones had already responded to the heir and has recognized them as their next master. The Tempest heir then would be able to summon gemstones on their own. Whoa, what? You mean, another set will be born from Maeva's gemstones? Confirmed. How did that happen? Master's magicules made it happen. Oh, now, he's dumbfounded. He forgot his own powers could do things even shocking to him. Well then, that is good to hear. Silence. Everyone's in the state of shock. Rimuru gathered everyone at the pavilion after he received news that the match ended, and told them the Tempest-changing news, he believed. He was expecting this, so he let them process it. My sister is pregnant? Maya was the first to speak, breaking the silence. Rimuru nods in confirmation. I see. So, there's a new member of the family. Natsu says, seriously, making Rimuru gulp, not even knowing why he's nervous. Silence. That is super duper awesome. Natsu bellows excitedly, raising his hand in the air, laughing happily. Yeah, oh, my gosh. I'd be an ant. Maya dramatically hugs Natsu and the two of them started dancing around, pulling smiles out of the rest of the group. While Rimuru breathed out in relief. He should have known. He's worrying for nothing. Congratulations, Rimuru. Mavis greets with a smile while Zarif just nods with an approving grin. Right. Congratulations, Rimuru-sama. Rigard applauded happily, followed by the others. This is such happy news, I'm gonna cry, Shion sniffles. Shuna as well wiped tears from her eyes, a smile on her lips. Xian, you are already crying, though. Hurrah! We have a prince or a princess on the way. Gobta chides high-fiving with Gabiru. Who knows, it could be twins. Chimes the flame General Benimaru. My bestie is going to be a father. And Milam finally exploded after her brain fully processed the situation. Kuahahahaha. That makes a man Rimuru. Veldora punched Rimuru on the shoulder and the ruler almost fell from the impact. I'm a man, Veldora. Veldora just laughed, head-locking him next. I bet the baby could surpass you, Veldora. After all, he has the powers of both his parents. Urza teases, and that stopped the storm dragon from squeezing Rimuru any further. That's a possibility. I can see that too, Gray seconds irking the dragon even more. Milam laughs so hard, she had to hold her stomach, keeling. The thought of a baby defeating Veldora was too much fun for the demon lord. Only to suddenly fly away from there when Veldora began chasing her while yelling. Noir bows at Rimuru. Congratulations, Rimuru-sama. I am truly happy to hear this wonderful news. Rimuru waved him of. Thank you, Noir, but you don't have to keep bowing, you know. You are part of the family, so quit it. Noir smiles. All right, if that is what you want. It indeed is a happy news. But there is one issue the Tempestians are so worried about the moment they heard of it. No one, however, was brave enough to address the elephant in the room at the moment. But all knew, they needed to discuss this, and right away. Rimuru knew of that, and he has to make sure, he'd assure them later. He knew the stories very well, but that won't be the case for him and his family. After all, Maeva isn't just a human wizard. She is more than that. The magicules he felt from his baby earlier is enough evidence that he won't succumb to that frightening fate. Even if they'll have a second baby, it will not change anything in him. That's a promise.